I started going out with a lad who was the older brother of one of my school friends, and he had a canoe, and he used to take this canoe onto the canal at Dudley Tunnel on a Sunday. And the very, very first time I went into Dudley Tunnel, I went into, well, it was supposed to be a one-man rubber dinghy. It was more like a floating donut. And I sat in that with a tow rope back to the canoe, and off we went. And I can say that you never appreciate the splendour of Cathedral Arch in Dudley Tunnel until you have seen it from water level.
Dig Canals is a project celebrating women's contribution to campaigning to restore the UK canals.
Dig Canals was originally a 1970s slogan on a badge of the Waterways Recovery Group, who did lots of digging and rescuing and getting bits of canal up and running again. Dig Canals, the project, is about celebrating all the things that women did as part of that.
We got interested in the canals. Obviously I was taken along for the ride because I was only little. And then my dad bought a 70-foot ex-working boat, and it was sunk at the time. The canals they thought were dying, they were going to close them, fill them in, so nobody cared about these boats.
We were left by ourselves in the daytime. Dad and Mum used to say, don't go near the canal.
I remember people, well, the children, skating on the canal as well,
yeah.
to freeze this deep, you know.
Mm.
I never did it, I was a bit too scared.
I don't even think we wore jeans in those days, you know, it's the dark ages. I should have a photograph of my friend Jackie Farmer, and Jackie is absolutely plastered in mud, and a great big smile, you know, we're all happy. It really was a happy time.
We set off, and we were going to go to Stourport and back for the day, mind. We were soon to learn that it takes you about 8 hours to get to Stourport.
We have lots of histories and stories of that process and all the things that went on in the different canal and restoration societies, but they've mostly been about the men.
The canals were in a derelict state and in danger of being closed, and it was part of a period of campaigning and restoration that my family was involved in, which is why I was so interested in it. There's one sort of phrase that comes up a lot, and that is, well, we just did it. We just got on with it.
Oh, no, you don't want me. I didn't really do anything. I didn't really do any campaigning. If you were on a boat in the 60s and 70s trying to get from A to B, you were campaigning because you were hoping to keep those canals open.
Did a lot of things, did the raffles, and they all used to sort of club together when things needed doing, and they would do it.
I was 12 at the time, roughly, when we were digging the canal.
We had a lock that we had to clear out.
And I was driving a dumper truck, and it was just, I was in heaven. Now, what child today at 12 would be allowed to drive a dumper truck? And then Dad, after that, bought me a grappling hook for my birthday present.
So I picked up this sickle, and you'd have had a job to cut soft butter with it. So I sharpened this sickle, and I just got it to a stage where it was really nice, and I thought, right. And somebody came up and said, oh, a sharp sickle, and picked it up and walked off and left their really blunt one. So I started on that, and I got that really nice. And someone came past, oh, you're the woman who sharpens the sickles. Picked up that and left that. So I spent the whole time, I didn't dig a single thing. I didn't cut a single blade of grass, but I didn't half sharpen some sickles and scythes.
There was a protest cruise advertised by the Dudley Tunnel Preservation Society because Dudley Tunnel was collapsing and it was being closed. So we decided to go on this protest cruise. And I'd got 2 children. We had to go over a bridge that was all broken, so we had to climb over this to get to the tunnel. So I thought, what on earth am I doing here? But got in the boat. And when we got in the tunnel, somebody had been through first, and they'd put all little tea lights all on the ledges all the way through the tunnel, so it was lovely.
It was Easter 73 when there was the tunnel reopened at Dudley, the big celebration. I was selling tickets on my own, and there was hundreds of people desperate to get a ticket to go into Dudley Tunnel, hundreds of them, and my baby was breastfed. So there was hundreds of people coming at me in one direction, and there was this little bundle of noise going red-faced in the background.
Okay, we'll do the same thing again. No one's getting paid in the monk and shovel brigade, a dedicated crusade to clear the barricade, and no one will dissuade the monk and shovel brigade. I'm very grateful to all the women giving their time to be interviewed.
And to volunteer to help, because there's a lot of material we're collecting.
What this project is doing is getting all this material recorded, and it's going to be in the Waterways archive so that people can go there and find out for themselves and listen to these women speaking.
People can always go back to it and find new stories in it, new angles and new perspectives.
Early mornings in the summer, when there's that kind of haze that isn't quite a mist on the water when the sun's just come up. That is my favourite time, my real favourite time.